Coach, it was a pretty slow start to the game. What did you tell them at halftime?
Probably couldn't talk about it right now. No, I just really talked to them a lot about, we talked about coming out of the locker room ready to play in the beginning, and that was something that we didn't do. And they out-hustled us. They got the 50-50 balls. They rebounded. I'm looking at this offensive rebounds. They had 21. It's not acceptable. And, that's what we talked about, just, making sure that we could, turn the momentum of the game and shift it. And I was proud of them second half, especially the first 5 minutes. I think we did that. I think it's important that you start out, first part of the game, and then you come out and at halftime and try to, bring some momentum. And I thought that's what we did.
Do you think the girls might just naturally overlook this opponent a little bit? Do you think they did that to start off this game, them being 1-17 coming into it?
I don't think they naturally overlooked them at all, because that's all I talked about. From the time we came off the road till we started to practice. These games are tough. It's tough, and any coach can tell you it's always tough when you have a team that hasn't won in the conference but has some different players that can do different things, that can score and do different things. I told the media that it wasn't going to be an easy game, because I've watched them, and I watched them on film. I've seen every game that they've played, probably the last 6 games, and I know that they have the ability to be able to score and do some different things, and that's why we kind of changed up our defense in the second half.
Won 3 straight games. What's really clicking with your team down the stretch?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that, besides me having to light a fire on them all the time, sometimes in those moments, I think they are starting to believe that they're in a position that they can have a chance to win and continue to keep winning. But that's a growing process, and that's what we got to continue to keep doing.
Talk about Bianca's game, and also the way she's played lately. I know she struggled a little bit, but was it big for her tonight?
It was big. It was really big, and I'm happy for her, because she had been struggling some. Because she's been a known scorer for us, and some over the past games she hasn't scored as much. She's struggled some turning the ball over a little bit. She took care of the basketball. She made some open shots, and I try to talk to all the players about making sure that I don't want them to put pressure on themselves, and and I'm really proud of her, because this was a good game for her to have an opportunity for some shots to drop, and she did some good things for us defensively, and I was on her about rebounding, and just like I was on everybody, and we just got to get better at that. We got to keep going back and drilling, but it was good for us, because she ended up being one of those other scorers that could put some numbers on the board for us.
You only got 4 points out of the bench tonight. Is that concerning at all?
I don't know if it's concerning. In the beginning, like you said, the first half, the way we started out, realistically, we didn't have much going, so I was searching, and and as a coach, that's the way it is sometimes, and then you have to, I think you have to go with your instincts and your guts on the players that you've put on the floor and the things that they've done, and that's what I did. So, I'm just proud of the team. We found a way to win. It's not always pretty all the time, but we found a way to win, and that's what it's all about.
You all got beat on the boards pretty good, but like Chastity had 2 rebounds at half and ends with 12.
Yep.
Happy the way she went on the glass in the second half.
Well, and I talked to them a lot in halftime about, in the beginning, I think she only had 2, but she was going every single time, but she was the only one, and that's a lot of things that I was pointing out to the players is, Chastity can't get every rebound. So, I'm glad to look across, and, Chanel got a couple, but we didn't rebound the way we needed to, and we're going to go back and address that and try to get better.